And I'm gone. Yup, hasta la vista, McCartney and Lennon.
Hey there guys, Subby's got it, and today's Colonel Mondays, but it's a little bit of a different take on Colonel Mondays. So, firstly I want to say I'm a big fan of Wings of Redemption. I think he's a boss. I like his content, I like him, I like Wings of Redemption. But, the thing that I've always seen on his channel is the haters. And they've always seemed to irritate me because of the whole fact that they pick up on small things, and most of those things aren't even true. So, Wings of Redemption, intense camping productions, that's, his thing. He's a camper, and he that's how he plays. He calls it camping himself, but deep down he knows it's not camping. He plays more of a defensive style of play, plays more passive, waits for guys to come to him as opposed to him rushing out, and that's because he's smart. He hasn't got the best gun skill of any player in the world, or the best reaction time, as he usually says, but he can outsmart players. That's how he plays. Now I credit him for this, because this is how, in Black Ops, this is how I would play. I'd wait for guys and make sure that I controlled the engagement and won every gunfight because of me having the advantage in some way. That's why a lot of people see me drop shotting, because my aim, from time to time, obviously, because I don't play during the week, days, like the school days, I have poor aim. Like, if I was playing 5 or 6 sessions straight, my aim would be really good. However, it's not, to that level of beastness. So, I drop shot, but I control the engagement. That's how I would roll. So, basically today I'm going to be talking about why defensive play is not always a bad thing, why defensive play can help you out, and give you some tips on how to kind of make it defensive, but it's not defensive, if you know what I mean. So, or camping, should I say. So basically, let's talk about rushing. So what is rushing good for? Why do people rush? What is so great about it? Well, firstly, a lot of the good players rush who do YouTube, because everybody loves to see the YouTube gameplay. But I reckon if it was up to them, they wouldn't rush all the time. And rushing almost requires a certain skill set and weapon to actually do well. Because if I was rushing with the L86, I wouldn't do not nearly as well if I had the PM9 or the PP90. The strong SMGs I'd do a lot better with, because that's what they're designed for. That's what you're supposed to be using them for, which again is it's just one of those plain simple things of Call of Duty. You use a certain weapon for a certain engagement, and that's how it's always been. And defensive play almost requires the L86 as opposed to the PM9 or PP90, which I want to talk about just now. Defensive play can mean a lot of things. Defensive play could mean camping in a corner, or it could mean going on the outskirts of the map. I think that defensive play is different to camping. Everyone says it's the same thing. I personally don't, because camping for me is sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner of the whole game is camping. If you're sitting behind something the whole game, it's camping. If you're sitting in a room, it's camping. If you are controlling an area of the map, so me patrolling, say if I was patrolling this back area, I don't think that's camping. I think that's defensive play. But people would always call that camping because they're almost following a crowd. And I don't see that. I don't see how people can say that's camping. I don't understand. What's going on here? It's all skippy. Oh god, this is really bad. I think it's sorted now. But yeah. Defensive play, it can be different things, like as I said, but I think defending an area of the map requires a little bit more skill than rushing around, because rushing around almost requires, a couple of noobs who can't win many great gunfights against you because their aim's bad and they have no gun skill, and sometimes it's all about luck and how jammy you are in terms of the time and place. Of where the guys are. So say if I was running around this part right now, and there was 2 guys there, and they were facing the wrong way, like this guy, right? that was time and place. If I was running around and I got him, that doesn't require too much skill on my behalf, apart from me getting into that situation. Gun skill, nothing. It doesn't mean anything. And the thing I want to say about defensive play and why that's better to play, it's better to play defensive is, you know, you can have the two types of players. You can have the campers, and you can have the baby buffalo in terms of how these guys and the guys who run towards you. Have you ever had that guy who wants to kill you but he can't do it, and you're sitting in an area of the map and you always catch him when he's trying to run to that same spot where he just died, and you get those kind of players that just have no cover. They will not beat you in a gunfight because they have no advantage. And defensive play means that you can get the advantage. The reason why they call it defensive, I think it's defensive camping. No, aggressive camping. Sorry, that was stupid. The reason why they call it that, because you're playing aggressive, but you're making sure there's some sort of cover in front of you and the enemy, and that's what I really enjoy doing in my gameplays. That's what you see a lot of. I make sure that every gunfight is mine to be won, not theirs to be won. So just sort of a couple quick tips for you to leave with this video. For you to make sure you don't just run around, because your KD will be so low, you won't get the greatest game players, and your win-loss will be low too. And if you don't really care about that, you should be watching Call of Duty videos, obviously. But there you are, guys. Subscribe at 6, and I'm out. See you guys. Bye.